Hey, what's going on, man? Hola, amigo, ¿cómo estás? Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? Welcome to BSing with Dommy 24. Da 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 da. Probably should put some sort of intro song there or intro music or something. I think it'd probably be a lot better than me doing da 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 da. Anyway, start off right off the bat here. Screwed up again. It's now actually Monday. I want to get these out on Friday. And I screwed it up and now I'm doing it on Monday. So you won't get this until Tuesday. So that's a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4 days behind schedule. So just the way it is. But anyway, a couple big things going on this week. First, or actually last week and into this week. So it's kind of be a double header. Well, I'll explain that right now. First, because I'm going to be visiting my girlfriend for New Year's, so I won't be posting anymore later this week. I do have a couple episodes in the old vaults here that I'm going to try to see if I can't get them up before I take off. That's ideally the plan, is to get those things up and then, you know, while I'm away, or upload them before I leave and then be able to post them while I'm gone or something like that. That's the idea. See if I'll be able to actually execute on that, though. That was a nice hit. This jerk Stug. Come on, buddy. You know what? Wow, they left this all the way open like this? So he just fired. He's got 4 seconds. He fired again, huh? He's tracked. Come on. 2, 1. Yeah. Knew that was going to happen, but I wanted to get that guy because he shot me. Anyway, so that's the first thing well, I guess first thing is this is late again. Second thing is I'm going to be out of town for a few days, just from Wednesday until Sunday, so hopefully I will, like I said, have a couple videos up in that meantime, while I'm gone in the meantime. I don't know if I'm going to post them all at once, or if I'm going to try to be able to post one. Oh, this is a new map. Post a couple of them first, and then post a couple of them after a day or two. This is cool. This is cool. So that's the second thing. The third thing, I am still doing the Twitch stuff. I'm still streaming quite a bit. I did a couple times last week, and it was a lot of fun. I have a lot more, or a couple more followers from you guys, and you guys are coming in and talking, just BSing with me. I have some gameplays that I'm going to show you in the next coming days, hopefully, depending on how I can get those things rolling out. I have some gameplay videos from the streams that I'm gonna post. Also, oh, this is something different, isn't it? This could be either really fun or a really bad time. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, and he ammo racked me, so I'm screwed, aren't I? Yeah, that's it right there. That was crazy. That was just kind of a throwaway one, because I was just totally not expecting that. Okay, so next thing after that, I bought the Pzkpfw 4 Ausf H. One of you, I think it was, oh man, I can't remember. I was gonna give you props too for letting me know about it, and I thought I wrote your name down. Man, that frustrates me, because I could have swore I wrote your name down so I could give you a shout out. Please, you know who you are. You know I appreciate it. But one of the guys I was talking to while I was playing some games, he said, you know what? Well, first we were talking about tanks and buying tanks and whatnot. And he says, you know what I like to do? I like to use the Pzkpfw 4, put the derp on it, and just shoot HE. And he says, I basically do that. I get 10, 20. Well, he probably gets more than that because he was premium, I thought. 20,000 XP a game, or credits per game. So that's what I did. Put that on there, and I'm just having a ton of fun with it. You're gonna see a replay coming up where I just make some crazy shots. Like, I've been having so much fun with this thing. It's when I first played with it, I had it back in, I think, 7.2, 7.3 with the old Darth Vader turret on it, which is, I mean, you look at one of my first videos on here. I think it is actually like my first video. It was a Panzer IV gameplay, and had the Darth Vader turret and all that. It was really pretty good at that point, but then they nerfed it. Glad to see it's kind of got some more of its old spunk back, and that it still has, it's quite a bit of fun. Like, I'm really enjoying it now. And that's what I've basically been playing with the most of lately, trying to get credits up. The other thing I did is I bought the M8A1. This is a Tier 3, or Tier 4, excuse me, American tank destroyer, and I'm on my way towards getting the Hellcat. Let's see, where is the tech tree? Maybe. So it's T-67's next, then I got the Hellcat. So I'm going down this line right here to try to get the Hellcat. It's the quintessential American TD, so I want to buy it and give it a shot. What else has been going on? Playing a little bit of the GW Panther lately. The StuGIII. I did post a video on this thing today, and it still sucks. Hate to say it. Still, I'm not liking this tank. Still working my rear off trying to get this bigger gun, and it's just taking for frickin' ever. What else? Actually been playing a few games with the Panther 2. Let's get into one with it. Playing a few games with the Panther 2, and I'm actually having a little bit of fun with it. It's not too, at least right now, it doesn't feel too bad. I'm probably going to get into this game since it's got a Tier 10 game. I'm going to absolutely hate it. But for the few times that I was playing it recently, I didn't mind it. Oh, and I was talking about Twitch. Have been playing that. I streamed a few times, a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours at a time. If you have a Twitch thing, go on there, follow me so that you can get the updates or whatever. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is like taking, if you guys send me a email, or maybe I'll start a Twitter or something, but if you send me an email, I'll email you guys before I go on Twitch and I go live. I'm thinking something like that, just so I can let you guys know when it's happening, because you might not always be at the channel or on YouTube to see what's up, so you might miss some of that information. So I'd like to try to figure out a way where I can get that to work for you. Other thing, in the previous BSing with Dommy 24, I was talking about how some of you guys were donating, and I wanted to thank you for that, but the Google Wallet stuff didn't give me your email. A couple of you have responded and sent me some information, and I've sent you the thank you emails, letting you know that I appreciate it. Like I said, I wanted to thank you personally. I thought that would be the best way to go about doing that. Thank you for doing that. There's a couple other of you, though. I'm assuming a couple of you, might be a little bit more, might be less, I don't know, have yet to do that. This is kind of like a second reminder that go ahead and email me so I can email you back and just at least send you a personal email and a thank you for the donations. Like, I got some of the donation money accounted for, but some of it is not accounted for because somebody didn't respond and tell me that they had donated. So how can I obviously thank you and account for it if you don't tell me? So please do that. I'm thinking also in the future, perhaps if you donate and then you send me a link, or not a link, but send me an email saying that you donated the amount, the time, I'll go out of my way, depending on how much it is, go out of my way to schedule a couple rounds of games with you. I'm thinking there's probably going to be a cutoff for it because, frankly, if everybody just donated, which has happened a few times, if everybody donated $2, then it's going to be pretty hard for me to be sure to go out and play games with all you guys. And like I told you, I really do appreciate any of it. If it's $2 or $2,000, I appreciate all of it. But I had kind of an overwhelming response, and really wasn't anticipating it. So like I said, I just want to kind of go out and do something. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, this is going to be bad news bears here. There's no way I'm going to. And kind of want to go out and do something special for you guys that have donated an extensive amount of money. Thinking maybe, I don't know. Judging by what happened before, I'm thinking probably like if you donate 50 or more or something like that, 25 or more, go on there for sure and play a game with you. And that's only to make sure that I go out and oh Jesus, way too many dudes. To make sure to go out and play with you guys. But sometimes, you know, if I'm just playing and you say hi, you know, I'll play with you anyway. But that's just some sort of way to... I mean, we lost that game. We were up 6-3 and we lost this. Ridiculous. But some sort of way that I can do something else other than just send you an email. You know, I want to make it special. So I'm thinking that's what it's going to be. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that. I'd appreciate it as well. Okay, I think that's everything I want to really cover with the channel. Now, yeah, and I told you that I was going to be out of town. Oh yeah, so also, just me personally, I finished reading Killing Patton. That's a book by Bill O'Reilly and Martin Dugard. And I thought it was pretty good. Like the first, half the book, maybe 2/3 of the book, it was kind of just like a recap of World War II from essentially the Battle of the Bulge on. You know, they didn't really even cover D-Day. Really skimmed over what Patton did in North Africa and in France up to the Battle of the Bulge. Really skipped over all that stuff, but he did cover it a little bit in there. But essentially, it was all like a just like a repeat of all your other typical World War II books. Just a brief synopsis of what was going on. Well, not a brief synopsis. It was like 200 pages. But that's essentially all he talked about from different perspectives. But then when it got towards the end, it got into some really interesting stuff and really interesting kind of, not necessarily conspiracy theory kind of things, but essentially just asking some questions like, you know, this is one of the biggest, baddest generals of World War II, and essentially all they say is, essentially all that they said was, oh, it was a car accident, and that was the end of it. The guy that caused the car accident, and of course in case you didn't know, Patton after World War II was in Germany, just kind of overseeing the way everybody was going to handle everything. You know, just kind of overseeing the German people and helping people get back, and you know, being commander in that capacity. And while he was doing that, he ends up getting into a car accident the day he's getting ready to leave. Gets in this nasty car accident and breaks his neck. He's paralyzed, and like a week later, he's dead. Like it's just absolutely crazy how it happened. And what they were talking about in the book there was like, you know, this is one of the most famous generals from World War II. Why wasn't there more? And a huge, you know, at the time he was a huge general too. Why wasn't there more looking into this? You know what I mean? Like, all that happened was the guy got in trouble, or the guy didn't even get in trouble for causing the accident. It was just kind of he was drunk, hit the general. It's just the way it is. And it's like, well, wouldn't you want to do a little bit more investigating than that? And the fact that he died so quickly after, and he was paralyzed from like a 20-mile-an-hour crash and all that kind of stuff. It was really, I thought they did a really good job making it interesting towards the end there, and trying to show you some intrigue and why, show you where there's some intrigue in there and why you should pay attention to it. So I liked it. There's an interesting part in there. Apparently Patton and a niece had an affair, which was a touch peculiar, to say the least. But that was in there. What else did I learn about Patton that I didn't know about? Some real good Patton quotes that I took notes on. See, when I read these things, I like to take notes of all the different interesting stuff that I find. Not only just for my own education, because I think it might come in handy later, maybe just learning something interesting or whatnot, but also because I just think it's really cool. So there was a few things like that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do much to that T-29 there. And now I'm spotted. That's it. Oh, dodge that one. Come on, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Yep, yep. Fahrzeug zerstört. So overall, I thought, you know, I had heard quite a bit of the war stuff before, you know, and hold on one second. Austin, thank you. I had heard a lot about the war and stuff, and you know, it's just I've not heard about it, but read about it. You know, watched movies, all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of disappointing that that was just brought up again, and it kind of wasted a lot of the book just rehashing that. But I guess, you know, it's written for a general audience, and not a lot of people probably know a whole lot about it, especially on the level that that book is sold on. It's not like it's a like a David Glantz kind of book. That's a World War II author who writes really particularized books and specific, and it covers orders of battle and all that kind of stuff. It's not written like that. It's kind of a more of a popish, pop culture-ish kind of writing, I guess. So I can see where they'd have to cover that, but overall, I'd say give it a read. It's actually pretty good. Had some interesting stuff on World War II. I was talking with the book, or on the Battle of the Bulge in particular. I was talking about the book with my uncle, and we were talking about my grandfather. And he was in the Battle of the Bulge, and it turns out that he was in the vicinity of Krinkelt and Ruckerath in the north during the Battle of the Bulge. And that's pretty freaking interesting, considering that that's where like the 12th SS Panzer Division was. There was another Panzer Division, another SS Panzer Division, led by a guy in the name of, I think it's Joachim Piper. And that's the guy who is responsible for the Malmedy Massacre. Those guys. Oh, wrong button. So he was up there around where that stuff was going on, and that's kind of interesting when I heard about that. So after I finished that book, I'm working on a different book all about understanding finances and stuff. So it's kind of off the beaten path for that. But you got to read those sometimes too, so that you're well-rounded and you understand everything. I mean, you know, what's more important than understanding money and finances, considering that it's a huge part of your life, right? So that's what I'm reading right now. There we go. There's a few into them. But yeah, that's essentially it. How am I getting pinned? And he isn't. That's a good shot. So yeah, so how's everything going for you guys? Anything cool going on? You got any plans for... Come on, why am I bouncing off everything? Got any plans for New Year's? You know, let me know what's going on. You guys reading any good books lately? That's essentially everything I wanted to talk about. There we go. Great. that's essentially everything I wanted to talk about. And I haven't really got any questions from you guys either. So if you give me a question, post your questions down in the comments. Be more than happy to answer any questions, within reason. Next week when we do this again. So with that, have a great week. I hope that I can get this stuff sorted out appropriately for posting the videos later on this week. Have a great New Year's. If you celebrate it, if you don't, well then have a great rest of your week in general. And let me know what you guys are going to be up to. And if you're going to be on Twitch, what do you think? Let me know. Need the input. Need to hear from you guys. So with that, please like, comment, favorite, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.